Wednesday it is, and a very good morning to you all. Diego, Niklas, Mats, good morning.
Good morning.
We are on the 8th course week already. The time is flying. We are soon in starting study period 2 already, and we are in full working with, I hope, Docker and Docker Compose now. I talked to to a couple of students yesterday, and the algorithm course is taking a lot of time right now. I understood. Morgan is really ambitious with a lot of assignments and a lot of lectures. But hopefully you will have time to also look at this course, because there is quite a lot to do. Actually, it's pretty well. I think we have done a lot of hard work to get it to be a smooth sail for all of you. That's what I hope, because it has taken some time. I've run into problem after problem after problem to getting everything to work. So the goal for last week was to be able to develop using Docker and Docker Compose. And I mean, we will probably for the rest of the course use Kubernetes. We will start to look at that this week. But Niklas, why is it important to also know Docker and Docker Compose, you think?
Yeah, everything in this world seems to revolve around Docker and partly Docker Compose also. And Kubernetes is also revolving around Docker. So it's really important to have some solid knowledge about Docker, even though you're using Kubernetes in the future. So it's you need to know Docker to be able to be proficient in Kubernetes.
Yeah, much. And I mean, we have this path right now. So last week was containers, and if we go back even to the first grade, all you students, you created a node application. You created, or actually you was given a web server in CS Cloud, and you SSH'd into that server. You installed Nginx, you installed Node, and you started your application using PM2 to make it run on that server. And that was like the really first step in getting one application into production. And the next step is containerizing that application. And that is basically the first step we did right now as well. Next step, okay, we need a lot of services. We need a way to make them talk to each other. So we use Docker Compose for that. And we also last week looked at how to put this into production. This one wasn't finished when we had the last stand-up, but now it is. So you can just follow along in this one. So that this text, you could probably do the exercise by just following the instructions. You need to do a lot of research yourself. But we have also recorded a demo when me and Mats on 1.5 hour discuss how to do
a short
this.
one.
A short one. And we ran into some problems, and we created some problems as well for ourselves, just to show the troubleshooting thing around this. We ended up by deploying this through a pipeline
twice.
Twice, yeah, that was also a problem. But you can follow along in that one as well. We discussed a lot about environment variables, and then so the goal was to get it into staging and production. But you can watch that one, and please do that one as well. I will probably. So the demo is here. It's last in the theory part of that week. The rest is Morgan's. So I will leave it to that, but you need to follow along in that one as well. That is needed. Then we go into this week. I haven't linked this vlog yet, but this week is called orchestration. And when we say I mean, Docker Compose is kind of an orchestration tool as well to orchestrate how different containers can talk to each other. But when we speak of orchestration, we often think of like Kubernetes or tools like that. And Kubernetes is the most popular by far when it comes to container orchestration.
I don't even know if there's any other actually.
I mean, do you know, Diego, are there any other? Yeah, there are other tools, but do you have any in top of mind?
No, a few years ago, I had some other managers in mind, but now since
I think
3 years ago, I have only focused on.
If we don't even know the names of the others, I guess Kubernetes is quite.
I could say Docker Swarm, because Docker Swarm was kind of a orchestration thingy for Docker, but that got replaced. So I don't think anyone is using Docker Swarm anymore. Maybe, but I don't think so. So we will start off in this one by looking at, I will fix this a little bit. You see there says to do, and this is the demo we will record today. And I've also scaffolds. That is something wrong with scaffold.
Yeah.
I will fix that. But you can always start by watching the first two videos. So this is an introduction to container orchestration and Kubernetes by Morgan. You're probably tired of listening to Morgan now, I assume, since he's in both courses. But these are so good, so we can't do them better. So it's better you listen to Morgan, because he has a lot of knowledge when it comes down to the nitty-gritty parts of the details. But we will probably replace his demos, because when he sets up a Kubernetes cluster in CS Cloud, he's doing that manually using point and click. But we will probably use Terraform and Ansible, since it's a lot easier. And now when we know those tools, why not use them? So we will do that. But still, I mean, network and storage and configuration, those are the same. So those are really good. Especially, I was really blown away with the network and services. I really liked that one. It made me understand things that I didn't understand before. So to know the different networks involved in Kubernetes is probably quite essential, because otherwise you will be totally lost when there are so much IP numbers in different ranges, and it's really important to know what they do. So I could recommend this one, but I will fix this page a bit during today. It will be, we have decided it will be 2 steps this week. It will be the first step, just we say Dockerize. Do we have the same saying?
Kubernetize, I don't know.
Caserize. I don't know.
Caserize.
We will add Kubernetes to our existing application. We have the Docker files since last week, so we just build upon that. And then we make everything work on our local machines using Minikube and Scaffold. And then we should be able to develop in Kubernetes on our local machine with live reloading everything. So that is an important step. And the next step is putting that into a production. Hopefully, that's a really easy step, since we have all Kubernetes files ready, they should basically be the same in production. But in production, we also need to create our machines in CS Cloud and things like that. But I mean, that's basically the same step as we did last week. So run Terraform and Ansible, and we are good.
Kubernetes is a word.
Kubernetes.
That would be a hard one to say without.
Kubernetes.
We have to practice that one.
Yeah. So 2 steps this week, two exercises. The first one will be released today. The second one this week, because we need to focus on getting the first one up today, I think. And so basically this week is about learning Kubernetes. And I mean, what we do here, this is just like, we give you an exercise that you can work with. We give you a flow of listen and look at those lectures. but of course, I mean, you have a week. Use it as you like to learn. I mean, you might want to get into details of some things. Please do. I mean, now you have a week. I mean, it's not like you're never gonna hear of Kubernetes again after you quit. Or start working. You will probably do a lot. So take the chance to learn Kubernetes. Next week, though, then we will hopefully start getting down into details in the book, start looking at the patterns, and start using Kubernetes to try some of the patterns listed in the book, some of the communication channels, or not channels, connectivity protocols. But that's next week, so that we don't know much about yet.
No. But we will set up a working development environment where experimenting with these patterns will be very much easier if you have a good environment to work in Kubernetes, and that we will do this week.
Yeah. So that is what we will do this week. Diego, we always get the question from students: How is the assessing going with the assignment?
It's going a little slow.
Yeah,
but they will be finished in 1 week.
Yep.
By the end of next week, hopefully by the next Wednesday in this stand-up.
Yeah, perfect.
It has been finished, and otherwise by the end of the week.
Yeah, and we have the same problem, Mats. You and me. We also have a lot of assignments to assess. I want to give all my attention to this course, but we have other courses with a lot of assignments to assess as well. So, but we will get along, I think. Great. Any comments or anything else?
Any questions? It looks Slack. Nothing in Slack.
There is a comment.
Is there?
Well, it's from me.
Okay. Kubernetes. Now we get the spelling as well. Kuberneterize.
Well, that's one guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's documented this. I don't think it's a new word.
No, but now we are 4 more that said that, so it will be a word. We will release an assignment in this part of the course as well, but we are not really sure yet what that will be. So we need to just give it a week or 2 more before we release that one. But I mean, it's probably a good idea to just follow along on the exercises that we do, because in some way or another they will be evolved, just like in the last assignment or the first assignment. Anything else?
No.
All quiet. Then we know what to do. Don't fall behind now. Start working on the Docker assignment if you haven't, and please start also working on the Kubernetes assignment as soon as, not assignment, exercise, as soon as it is released on the webpage. We will tell in Slack as well when we put out new content, so that you get a push for that. Great. Okay, good to see you all, and see you next week. I want to mention, I forgot. So if anyone, I haven't planned any, what's it called? Tutoring sessions in this course. You are kind of not that many students. So just like Diego did last period, if anyone has any problems and with any of the steps in the exercises, please tell me, and we could just set up a meeting, and I can also announce it if anyone else wants to join. So, or we can just have a private session if you're stuck somewhere. So don't be quiet if you are stuck. Just tell us, and we will fix something. But I will not schedule a 2-hour session every week or something like that, because like this week, I think most of you have worked on the other course anyway. So better you just tell us, and we will fix a tutoring session. Good. And with that, see you all next week. Bye.
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 Right.